have a confession to make, y'all. I am part of the Bachelor Nation. Liking the series is like canceling plans. We all secretly like it, but no one's ever gonna admit it. Now, I'm not proud of it. The show is absolute trash, even though I'm making a whole video about it. Most of the couples break up, everyone is problematic, and there's absolutely no way anyone takes the show seriously. But for some reason, I still go back to it. Now, why is that? Well, this may sound messed up to the average person, but there's something about watching other people's terrible love stories that just make me feel better about mine. For legal reasons, I am just kidding. I've wasted over 4 years of my life on the Bachelor franchise, and as a robot, I've noticed that the simulation is not simulating anymore. When you really think about it, the show is the same every single season. Just like your ex, it ends in disappointment, but you keep going back because you think it might change. Did that hurt for some of you? Well, this is my sponsorship for therapy. Now let me explain. So they just announced the lead of the next season of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, and it's always someone that nobody cares for. It's not that viewers hate them, but it's the fact that we were all kind of wishing it was someone else. But the producers don't care, and honestly, you don't either, because if you're like me, you're probably already looking up the contestants. Now, you can typically categorize the contestants into 2 groups. You have the normal people, and then you have the not so normal people. Normal people are those who wear formal attire, they introduce themselves casually, might say a smooth pickup line or 2, and then they just proceed to head on into the house. The not so normal people are those who dress up in a costume, they come in a box, a dining table, maybe they're naked, who knows? But they'll do the absolute most to get the attention of the lead, and as corny as it is, it's very entertaining. And for a majority of that first episode, the normal people will accuse the not so normal people of being on the show for the wrong reasons, all because someone decided to show up in a dinosaur costume. Like, when does this happen in real life? It's ridiculous. I'm gonna keep watching it though. Then the lead will give their first impression rose to the person they thought stood out. Spoiler alert, this is usually the person that they choose in the end, so if you just wanted a Disneyland Fast Pass into the season, you can just stop watching from there. But there's always this little tiny teeny voice inside your head that thinks, but what if this season is different? It's not. But what if they choose the underdog? They don't. The dates are like the meat and potatoes of the show. You know, like where the lead can really get to know the contestants. It's funny because the date card that's given is always the most mysterious, poetic thing. It'll be like, Chad, roses are red, violets are blue. I'm ready to say I do. Jessica. It has you questioning if the date's gonna be intimate, adventurous, romantic. And then it's like the complete opposite of that. For a show that brings in tens of millions of dollars a year, why are the only date options tantric yoga, slow dancing to a country song nobody knows, and watching fireworks? Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Wrestling and writing poems for the group dates. So what the producers will do is they'll write their whopping 5 options on a piece of paper, put it in a bucket, and then they'll have the lead pick out the date. Sometimes they'll mix it up a little bit and combine country song slow dancing with fireworks at the end. Now repeat this process for like 5 episodes and we're down to the final 5, who we still know nothing about at this point because other people weren't there for the right reason. Also about that, do you know how much time they'd save if they just did a simple Google search on the contestants? Or maybe even hire one of the TikTok girlies to weed out the racist and homophobic contestants before filming? It's not that hard. Anyways, in the final 5, you have the following. The first impression rose person. The person that viewers love, but they're like clearly not compatible with the lead. The runner-up who has like major red flags. Someone the lead keeps to take to the fantasy suites. It's like, y'all are clearly not compatible, but I get it. And then we have the person that makes us wonder why they're still there. Why are they still there? That's a great question, because they're the next lead. At this point in the season, things start to get really emotional. You meet family members, breakups are the most difficult they've ever been, and as sad as it is, it just gets more entertaining. One by one, contestants are getting eliminated, and we're down to the final 2. We have the person who is clearly right for the lead, and the person who is clearly wrong for the lead. As a viewer, this is when I scream the most on my TV because it all seems so simple. You get on the show, meet some people, and then get engaged to the person who is clearly the most compatible for you, right? Well, the caveat here is the person who is clearly wrong for the lead doesn't want to get engaged. For some strange reason, they want to back out this late in the game on a show where the whole purpose is to find love and get engaged and live happily ever after. They just secretly want to be the next lead. Now it's not so bad, right? You think, well, if this person is clearly wrong for the lead and they don't want to get engaged, I guess the only option is just leave. But yeah, that never happens. The worst part is, this is the person that the lead was planning to choose all along. I guess the contestant just wanted to be with them for a good time, not a long time. And once the Bachelor or the Bachelorette comes to this very obvious realization, they let them go. Now, this is an ABC show owned by Walt Disney Studios, and you know they love a good happy ending. So, what happens next? The lead and the person that was right for them all along live happily ever after. For a solid 6 months, and then they break up. And then you sit there like the bozo you are for believing that anyone could ever find love in 6 weeks. And you're done. You're officially done with the show because insanity is doing the same stupid thing over and over again. And you know what? You're not planning to get played for the 14th time. For a solid 6 days, you're good, okay? No more Bachelor content. It's not even on your mind. You have moved on to bigger and better things, like Too Hot to Handle. And then one day, you scroll through the timeline and see that a new trailer for the show has been put out. You click on it, you watch it, and sigh to yourself and think, wow, I can't wait to watch the next season.